Hi, Bill.
Hey Bill, Kendall told me he's sharing with you stories from his life, so I thought I'd share one with you about him that he probably doesn't remember because he was only a baby. So in Longview, of course, you remember Longview, Bruno's Pizza, all that good stuff. Well, at the church I was on staff of there, after we had left, I had been invited back to sing in the wedding of a young lady who used to be in my youth group. And her maid of honor was her best friend growing up. And when we were at the wedding, Joyce and I were there, and Kendall was a baby. So even though we didn't have the other kids, we took Kendall along with us because he was the babe in arms. And our friend's name is Jennifer, the one who was the maid of honor. And Jennifer just fell in love with Kendall. He was so incredibly cute that she just couldn't put him down. As a matter of fact, the only times that she didn't hold Kendall was during the wedding itself and during the rehearsal dinner. Those were the only two times. The rest of the time she was always hanging on to Kendall. Well, then wedding happened, went great, everything came off well. A few months later, we were actually launching our new church start down in the Portland area, and we're sending out invitations to people. And I'd kind of reconnected with Jennifer through the wedding, and I thought, well, maybe she'll come visit the church. And so I sent an invitation to her, and the invitation was like we sent to everyone else, except on the invitation I wrote, P.S. Kendall will be there. Well, starting that church with me was a young man named Heath Presley, and you may remember Heath. Lived with us for a while, and Heath, he was helping us get set up for it, and at the grand opening of this new church plant. And I was in the back doing some stuff, and Heath came in the back, eyes wide open, and he said, "Who in the world is that?" And I said, "Her name is Jennifer. We have work to do. Now focus." I didn't even have to look and know who was there. I knew from knowing Heath who he was talking about, that Jennifer had showed up to see Kendall at the church plant, and Heath had spotted her. So anyway, things went well. We had the grand opening, and we used to do a thing we called apple pie visitation. And on the apple pie visitation, when somebody would come visit us for the first time, we'd take them an apple pie. Well, for some reason, Heath volunteered to go on visitation that time. It's the only time Heath volunteered to go with me on visitation. And I told him he could come as long as he didn't talk, and as long as he knew it wasn't a date. He had to behave himself. So anyway, things went from there. Heath and Jennifer fell in love. We did their wedding as a surprise during one of our worship services. It was the day before day before Valentine's Day, with a True Love Waits theme, where you wait for marriage. And as a part of that ceremony, everybody was involved in it in our family. I performed the ceremony. Randy was the flower girl. Nathan was the ring bearer. Austin actually walked Jennifer down the aisle. He dragged her down the aisle. And Kendall was there in Joyce's arms as the special guest, because he was the reason that they came together. And at the time, I don't think Kendall was even quite one yet. Austin was 3 when he walked her down the aisle. So they fell in love and got married, and are still married to this day, have awesome family, and it's all thanks to the fact that Kendall is so cute. So hope you enjoyed the story. Love you, Bill.